Okay, it's Tuesday, around noontime, maybe a little later. They brought me my lunch. I'll look at that in a minute, but I want you to see this. One of these videos yesterday, I made the tape, and I showed this parsley, and I showed another basil container, and I showed the oregano, which I had the three of them here. And when I went to go get my shower, there were about 5 of these whole milks, 100% lactose-free, grade A, vitamin D, ultra-pasteurized, 4 fluid ounces, lactate, 100% real milk, no discomfort. Do you see? Can you see inside there? I can see inside there. This is ultra-pasteurized milk, and it says this milk is ultra-pasteurized to last longer, unopened. Once opened, consume within 7 days. Now, I may be right or I may be wrong about what I'm going to say, but ultra-pasteurized milk is put in containers that don't have to be refrigerated. Now, that may or may not be the case with this milk, but I'm going to say that it is. And I'm going to say that they came in here and took that milk and threw it away after it was paid for and given to me. It belongs to me. They took it away. They don't know what they're doing. They think that the milk's going to go sour and be bad. And they assume that I'm going to eat it that way, rather than that I might not eat it that way. Of course, they left this one because it had been down here instead of up there, and they didn't see it. But I didn't hide it. Thank God it's there. I'm purposely trying to see how long the milk will be here without going sour, if it will or not. I was going to test that. I would have used that milk to learn that fact. But these people are not very smart, and nobody really knows what they're doing. Now, they were supposed to bring me lactate for breakfast, but instead they didn't give me lactate milk. They gave me this cup full of milk. I won't even open it, but that's a cup full of milk. But the rest of this breakfast is the same as everything I've said before. I wouldn't eat that French toast because it's fried. You know, you don't want to eat fried foods because fried foods are cooked at a very high temperature, and it's possible that heterocyclic amines can be formed on the material by anything cooked at a very high temperature. Has a tendency to help encourage your body to get cancer. I guess that's the best way to say it. Now, this is the lunch. They did bring it to me, if it wasn't so salty and if I had plenty of potassium, I would eat this lunch. But I don't have enough potassium. The cauliflower was good. I like the turkey and the stuffing. So what's going to happen today, I'm either going to eat that and have higher blood pressure because I don't have any potassium, or I'm not going to eat it and sit here smelling it, wanting to eat it. Either of those options creates stress for me. Stress that this place isn't supposed to be creating for me, and they're not supposed to be serving me stress. They're supposed to be preventing me from having stress. But in the meantime, those salads I'll eat, not the tomatoes. I won't worry about the tomatoes. I just put them to the side. Later I'll look at this. I'm taking a picture of everything so we know what's here. This is the page. I'll take a picture of it later too. I got to be careful I don't use up too much of the memory on this phone. If I do, then I won't be able to keep making these broadcasts, these programs. I was keeping the basil and the parsley container because I was going to go downstairs and get them to give me basil and parsley, or try to get it. Of course, everything's disconnected, and everything's run here for the sake of the nursing home, what they think is important. And they won't take the interest or the time to find out what I think is important. Instead, they are prejudiced against me because they don't believe my religion. That's what the dietitian told me the other day. Well, she thinks that my diet's wrong, and so she hasn't made any effort to understand what it is, Although I've given them this huge document Friday, and again, I've been giving it to them for 5 months. I couldn't put it in a typewritten format, but I have now done that. But I'm the patient, and they're ignorant. They're ignoring me, which causes ignorance. And they're harming me. If I eat all this food today without any potassium, and the only potassium source I have left is a little bit of oregano. If I had these containers, the basil and the parsley one, and I could refill them in the kitchen, then if it was possible even, which I'll find out later whether it is, and I'll let you know, then I could put parsley in there and basil, and I could regulate it. Now they're good sources of potassium because they're low calorie, and I could put them in a glass and stir it up and drink it. It would be sort of like one of those drinking wheatgrass. That's a popular thing in health food stores. But I wouldn't drink wheatgrass. I would drink these things because I can digest them and they can be useful to me. So I just wanted to make some documentation of this fact. This is fermented cod liver oil, which I haven't been using the last few days, but I'll start using again. There's other things I have. It's fermented cod liver oil. If you buy cod liver oil and it's not fermented, you're wasting your time. In fact, any vitamin that's fish oils that isn't this fermented cod liver oil is just a waste of your money, your time, and your effort, because once you cook those oils, heat them, you ruin them. And fermented, that I know of, that's the only form of any kind of fish oil that hasn't been cooked. We'll talk about that in another video. Thank you. I'm going to put this on YouTube. Goodbye.